honestly, some of our best memories were in that backyard.
That's right. And they would start playing and they would start getting involved. And Kelsey would, make up, this is our ship and I'm the captain and you're this and you're that. And she'd give them all their things and they would just play and play and play. And then 12 o'clock would roll around and I'd open the door. Hey guys, lunch is ready. And they'd be like, just a minute. We're not done. Just a minute.
Yeah.
Is that true?
It's very true. And I look back on the pictures of just us in the backyard, and we really did have so much fun back there.
Oh, y'all did. And the thing about it is, you have to almost force children to use their imagination, especially in today's time.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So push them out there. They're not going to like it. They would much rather sit at home watching TV, playing video games, being up underneath your feet. No, get them out. Hey, everybody, it's summer. I don't know if summer is your favorite time of the year or if it is a really hard season to navigate. But either way, today's episode is on Keep It Simple Summer. So we're going to give you tips and tools how to make your summer a great summer. So let's dive in.
Hello, moms, and welcome to Wire Talk. We are so glad you are here with us today. Summer is here.
It's here. It's warmed up.
I'm so excited. It's June.
I'm ready.
I'm so pumped.
It is June. I'm like, it's not June, Emily. It's May.
When this will be airing, it will be June.
That's right. Sorry, guys. We do it a month in advance.
It's okay.
So
I'm looking at the air date. It's 6/11 when this airs. Mm-hmm. So Brian and I just celebrated our anniversary.
10 years.
I'm pretty sure he's at a concert working it this weekend or whenever this is airing.
Oh, fun.
I know.
What's the concert?
It's the Rock the Country. I don't like Kid Rock.
Okay.
He's either in Coleman, Alabama or Ocala, Florida.
All right.
Or he might have just been coming home from that. But I don't know.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. It was fun.
Yes.
Yes. So, but I love summer because my birthday's in summer.
Yes, July 6th.
Yes. And so it's just fun.
Yeah.
Our anniversary's in June. My birthday's in July. I just love summer.
You always loved having summer pool parties.
I did, but I did miss out on having my classroom birthdays.
Yeah, that's true.
So
can't have it all, Emily.
I mean, why? No, I'm just
can't
kidding.
have it all.
But summer birthdays were easy because I feel like for you, I just invited all my friends. We went to the pool.
That's right.
And it was like, all right, cake here, pizza there. Let's go. Let's play. Let's be done.
And it was always outside.
Yes.
And there was no real cleanup. And it was wonderful and fabulous. And everybody had a great time.
That is fabulous. Now, okay, I'm the only summer birthday really in the family.
Ricky and my sister and my mom, and my other sister, Fran, are in the summer.
Well, I was talking about our family.
Yes, our immediate family.
Besides
absolutely.
Talon's August, but I'm going to claim that, Taylor's birthday's in June.
I almost forgot about your brother.
Sorry, Taylor. Sorry. So anyways, it's been it's going to be a fun summer. I'm excited. Why are you excited about summer, Mom?
Why am I excited? We are building a pool, guys.
What?
A pool. This is a big deal for Greg and I. So I've been really wanting a lake house.
Yes.
And Greg has been telling me throughout the years, I don't want a lake house. I don't want a lake house. And I was just like, why? Because my parents had a lake house and all of y'all loved it, the cousins. And
it really was magical.
So much fun. But your father just didn't see it. So I finally just came to the realization a lake house is not going to be happening. Unless it does, I'm going to have to push. And then, that's never a good deal.
Yeah.
So we decided to get a pool. And actually, I'm really excited about the pool now because I'm like, it's not a lake house, but it might be better because then I don't have to pack everything up. I don't have to have 2 homes. I don't have to keep up with everything. And everybody can just come to me and it'll all be lovely.
It's so fun. Well, I've enjoyed watching it being built.
It's been fun.
I've never seen a pool really be built before.
Well, I haven't either.
So, and y'all's builder is really nice. His name's Richard. And I'm like, Richard, why are they doing this? And I'm the inquisitive one.
Yes.
And one of the workers was like, do you live here? I was like, no, I don't live here. I'm just here a lot. So he's like, oh, okay.
He's like, I haven't seen the owner of the house, but I've seen you.
So he's like, all right, hey, Emily. I'm like, hey, I'm here.
Does he literally know your name?
No, but in my head he does.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, I'm excited. And your sweet dad has been away for the whole thing of it.
Mm-hmm.
So he comes back tomorrow, though, so he'll get to see it.
But in true Stubbs fashion, it's been a whole family affair.
Oh, all the kids are there.
Kevin Kelsey's husband, was like the contractor, like not really, but the, what do you call it?
They broke a water line. So Kevin had to come over, cap the line.
Yeah.
Fix it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, do all the things. I don't know what I would do without Kevin, truly.
I know.
I don't know what I would do.
What is the name of that position of like this person who watches the construction site?
The contractor.
Contractor. Okay. Well, anyways, enough about the pool. We're really excited. We'll post pictures about it when it's fully done.
Yeah.
But summer is amazing, fun, but it's also mixed emotions of, all right, we've got the kids all the time. They're not in school. There's no routine. We've got working moms. We've got non-working moms. We've got, a little bit of both, and it can be a little overwhelming.
Yeah.
And the dreaded, I'm bored, is going to come out. We know it's going to come out.
Always.
So what are some tips and tricks that you gave to have your summer simple?
Well,
We're going to get into the nitty gritty of the questions, but
just, I just think I have sort of more of a laid back personality anyways.
Mm-hmm.
So the summers worked for me because there wasn't a lot of structure, and that was fine for me.
Mm-hmm.
I think summers are hard for moms that need the structure, that like the structure, that loosey-goosiness of. But also, when we'll get into it in a little bit, the whole I'm bored thing, I didn't really put up with that.
You really didn't?
No. And we'll talk about that in a little bit. But I didn't put up with that. So, and I don't think moms have to put up with that.
Yeah.
So, but I just tried to, not every day didn't have to be magical and special and whatever, but I did try to sprinkle in some fun things and, do for y'all and all that. But well, I'm ready to talk about it. I think these are pretty good questions.
I know. Okay. And I think at the end of it, we'll have practical advice and some fun things to do with the family over the summer.
Ideas.
Yes.
And I'm glad you're talking on this one because you actually have a lot better ideas. Emily is way more creative than I am.
Thank you.
Truly. She really is.
I do love it though.
Yeah. This is the school teacher in her. It just comes out.
It really does.
You can't help it. And I didn't have that in me.
That's okay.
So that's okay.
That's why you have friends like me.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And you're pretty yellow, but you are a lot of fun.
I'm a lot of fun, but I'm not. I'm like spur of the moment, fly by the seat of my pants
That's
kind
right.
of fun.
Okay.
You plan it out a little bit better.
Yes. All right. Well, let's get to these questions.
Let's do it.
Okay. Question 1. This is my first summer as a working mom with elementary aged kids. Help! I'm currently trying to cobble together camps, sitters, play dates, and time with friends to provide for my kids while I'm at work. I feel like the whole summer is going to be frantic for me. Is there any hope I'll actually enjoy some of my time with my kids that feels different from the school year? What do other moms do?
Yeah. I mean, I worked during the school year, several summers whenever y'all were younger.
So you worked during the summer?
I did.
Yeah.
You're right.
It's
I worked during the summer. Maybe I do need to have some coffee. Can I have a
I
sip?
even have my spring summer mug.
I know, right?
Cute.
So I did work during the summer whenever y'all were little and then in elementary age. So I think you can enjoy the summer. I think you just have to get creative and you have to plan things out a little bit more. So for me, I would do different things like, take some half days off of work. And then we could do, like I'd go to work in the morning and be home after lunch. And then we'd do something fun in the afternoon. And that always gave y'all, like if I had a sitter at the house with y'all, then that always gave y'all something to look forward to. When mom comes home, we're going to all go to the pool. When mom comes home, we're going to go to the movies. We're going to go to the lake. We're going to go over at our cousin's house and play and all those kinds of things. So that gave you something to look forward to. And I would tell you, get your chores done before I get back, and then we'll go have fun. So those were things. Also, just, after dinner, ice cream runs to your favorite ice cream store is always a fan favorite.
Yeah.
Things like that. I think you can have fun working. It's just a little bit more challenging. It's a little bit more difficult. So you just have to sort of figure it out. And it's our first, so it's just gonna be trial and error.
Yeah.
So just sort of, work with it.
Well, I think from the outside looking in, like when I remember when you were working in the summer times, we were used to being getting up early, getting ready for school, and you would let us sleep in.
Yes, I did.
And while we were sleeping in, you were not sleeping in.
I
You
was
were
up.
downstairs working, and you would work a little bit earlier than you would normally. You would work until we would wake up. You would let us, if they're elementary kids, you said, go get your cereal, your Pop-Tart, your toast, whatever you want. You'd say, yes, go get it. Then you'd be like, all right, around 10, I'll put down my computer for a little bit. We would do something together. And then you'd spend like some intentional, like one-on-one time with us or 4-on-1 time with us. And then after lunch, we would have time by ourselves again. You know what I mean?
Right.
So you would kind of break up your workday as well.
Well, and even on the days that I went into the office, the sitter would come to the house and y'all would sleep in.
Yeah.
I always let y'all sleep because we stayed up later at night. We watched TV. We watched movies.
We were doing things outside.
I let y'all stay outside and play with your friends till past dark, which was past 9 o'clock, which is late. And but y'all were having fun. So I wanted y'all to have a good time. And we had a great neighborhood.
We did.
When y'all were growing up. A lot of kids. Everybody would play at each other's homes and stuff like that. So we also did like sometimes we'd go to the pool after dinner and swim, and that was always fun. So I think to answer her question, yes, I think you can have a good time. You just have to plan it a little bit better, be a little bit more intentional.
You got this, Mama. You
She's
can do
got
it.
it.
You can do it. I think if you're already thinking about it, it's going to go a little bit more smoothly than you think.
Yeah.
Just, it may not, your workday just might be a little bit more choppy.
Yeah.
So,
It's going to be a little bit more work for the mom.
yeah.
Getting them to the camps and all the things.
Yes.
But it'll be worth it in the end.
Okay.
Hey friends, it's Katie. A quick break from the show to let you know that Karen's newly re-released book, Survival Guide to Motherhood, is now available for pre-order in the Birds on a Wire shop. This all-new edition of the Survival Guide to Motherhood is, in Karen's own words, everything she's been teaching for the past decade summed up in one place. You're going to want to have this book in your personal library, I promise. Whether you're a new mom or a seasoned mom, Survival Guide is full of practical wisdom that will recenter your focus and remind you what truly matters when it comes to raising your child. In the book, Karen covers the personality colors, discipline, marriage, home management, time management, resting in Christ, and even more. If you've been wishing there was a roadmap for motherhood, this is your book. Head to birdsonawiremoms.com/survival-guide, or just click the link in our show notes today to pre-order and have the book shipped to you the day it releases on July 31st. I can't think of a better investment in yourself or of a better gift to give to a friend in this season of life. Again, head to birdsonawiremoms.com/survival-guide, or just click the link in our show notes to get your book pre-ordered today. All right, let's get back to the conversation.
Question 2. I'm a stay-at-home mom with an 8-year-old girl, a 6-year-old son, a 3-year-old son. I'm looking for summer activities that I can plan out ahead of time so I don't hear the dreaded words, I'm bored. We don't have money to do camps beyond 1 week of UBS. Any suggestions? Oh, I'm pregnant, so easy activities I can do with them would be helpful.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I definitely want to get your answers on this one because I think you're really good at this kind of stuff. But first off, I did not let y'all get away with that whole I'm bored mess. If y'all came to me and you said, I'm bored, my reply was usually, well, I'm not bored, so I can give you part of my chores, and then you won't be bored either. And 9 times out of 10, y'all were like, I'm not bored anymore. So I just, and you can attest to that.
Very much so.
That
if you're bored, go spread some pine straw, pull some weeds.
I would go clean up your bathroom, go, clean those toilets, vacuum the downstairs. And I would give you pretty significant things to where you're like, oh, I don't think I want to say I'm bored anymore. Because moms, if children are saying they're bored, that's not your problem. You are not their cruise director for their life.
I feel like you need to say that again.
Okay.
It wasn't like a...
Oh, it's not that I messed up.
You didn't mess it up.
Okay.
I just think moms need to hear that again.
Moms, you are not your child's cruise director in life. Let them figure out how to have fun, okay? Because here's the deal. You're not responsible for their happiness or their fun factor. They can figure it out. And a lot of the times, I don't know if you remember this in Virginia, we had a fenced-in backyard. I mean, she's laughing because she knows it's true. Kelsey was 8. You were 6. Taylor was 4 and Abby was 1. Abby wasn't involved. I left her in the house with me. Or I even did this when y'all were younger, 7, 5, and 3. I would say, y'all go outside. I would turn off the TV. Y'all go outside. Y'all play. And I would, say, do not come inside until lunchtime. And I would lock the door.
Yeah, she would lock the door and be like, we're thirsty. Then she's like, the hose is on.
Yeah.
Literally.
I'd say, there's the hose. Get you some, every now and then I'd put some goldfish out there for y'all.
You would.
And after a while, they would stop knocking on the door, stop crying to let me in.
But honestly, some of our best memories were in that backyard.
That's right. And they would start playing and they would start getting involved. And Kelsey would, make up, this is our ship and I'm the captain and you're this and you're that. And she'd give them all their things and they would just play and play and play. And then 12 o'clock would roll around and I'd open the door. Hey guys, lunch is ready. And they'd be like, just a minute. We're not done. Just a minute.
Yeah.
Is that true?
It's very true. And I look back on the pictures of just us in the backyard and we really did have so much fun back there.
Oh, y'all did. And the thing about it is you have to almost force children to use their imagination, especially in today's time.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So I just say, push them out there. They're not going to like it. They would much rather sit at home watching TV, playing video games, being up underneath your feet. No, get them out. Get them out.
You can do it.
Go.
It's good for them.
It's really good for them. My nose itches. Okay. Some other things other great ideas are sidewalk chalk. I think that's always fun. Your dad you remember this, would draw this big boat in the driveway and he'd make up this story like, all right, we're in the boat and there's gators around. And I mean, those stories would go on for days.
They would.
But y'all loved it.
We did. And I think you said something one time, I don't know when you told me, but you're like 10 minutes or 5 minutes of intentional time with your kid. And then usually that's enough and then they can go on themselves. Like, so we were doing something and you spent 5 minutes with Harper drawing.
Yeah.
And then her cup was full and she was ready to go play with something else. So I think sometimes if you just do 5 minutes of like one-on-one, like intentional time, that's enough to fill their cup and then they can go do whatever they want by themselves.
Exactly.
So,
water toys for outside. Those, I know you and Kelsey have gotten those balloons at Costco that are all, you just fill them all up at one time and
the water balloons. Yes.
Yeah. And then, you put them in buckets and then they can have, water fights, water wars or whatever. At night, give everybody a mason jar and let them go outside and catch fireflies.
Aww.
That's always I did that growing up. I don't know if y'all did. Did y'all do that?
Yeah, we did it with you, Mom.
Oh, okay. They did it with me. But I did it growing up.
They're so fun.
It's a childhood memory for me. I love that. Our grandkids, they're right now getting into making forts in the woods. I told Emily, I said, I'm thinking about, because Evie's really... Evie and Talon combined, and Harper too, have imaginations like insane.
But really, Evie is like, her imagination is out of this world. Amazing.
It is. I mean, I really think she needs to be a writer one day, just because don't you agree?
Yeah. Sorry, I thought I spilled coffee on myself.
Oh,
sorry.
No. So I told your dad, I said, they're getting into these forts and they're so funny because they're just right outside of the door, but they act like they're like in a cave somewhere, but we can see them in the woods. I said, I'm thinking about getting them like a big bucket, like a 5-gallon bucket of paint, not an empty bucket, and then fill it with stuff for their fort.
I think you should do it.
And I am. I'm just waiting until school gets out and just give everybody and put them in teams. Because I think they do well, because like little Grayson's just 3, so he can't do his own fort. But we could put him with Evie and then Chapman and Harper and, whatever. Pair them up in teams and let them build their forts and let them barter between the other. Like not have the same thing in both buckets. Like it's different things where they have to, hey, can I borrow some string and I'll give you my hammer or whatever,
Teaching good life lessons here.
I know. It just sounds like so much fun. So that's an idea. And then, like I said, send them outside. Don't throw them outside, but send them outside, lock the door. In our old house in Virginia, there was like windows all across the back of the house. So I could stand in the kitchen and watch y'all play. I mean, it's really no different than y'all playing in the playroom and me sitting on the sofa watching you,
Yeah.
So I could tell whenever y'all were having a good time, when somebody would fall, I could see if y'all were getting into a fuss or fight. here's the deal. Let them figure it out. Let them figure out their squabbles and their fussing and their fighting and all that. Let them figure it out. That's part of growing up.
Yeah.
All right. What you got, Emily? Give it to us.
Here are a couple of my ideas.
No sketches.
Oh my goodness, you just need some allergy medicine.
I just need some allergy medicine.
Okay, so do your research. So we have 3 local movie theaters that we have an AMC, we have one in Dawsonville, and we have one at the Avalon. So there's 3 different movie theaters. A lot of times in the summer they'll do kids days.
Oh, these
so
are
it's
good.
like $2 for each kid. They get a bucket of popcorn and a candy, and you can go plan those out. You can't do those all the time, but those are really
It's
good.
It's
a fun, activity for them to do. It's cheap. And they will love it. So, give them the options. Which ones do you want to do? Which of these 3 movies? But you do have to kind of do a little bit of research because it's not as you got to figure out what movies you want and what days they are.
Yeah.
So, all right. So that's one of my suggestions. If you can't do the movie theater or your kids aren't going to do well with that, you can go to the movie theater just to get popcorn. We used to do that growing up.
All the time.
Another suggestion is, this is kind of like a two-handed, this is good for you and good for the kids as well, is go through your playroom and clean out your playroom and then donate those toys to a kid-to-kid or a consignment store. And then they get that money to buy something new in the store.
Oh, that's fun.
So they get to see I want a new toy. All right, well then let's go through your toys. You get a purged out playroom. You donate them, they get some money, and then they can go buy something else. And it's two birds with one stone. You can also do that with their clothing, go through their closets. No, that's not fun, but it is a good way for them to see all right, we need to do this. Another good activity is just go to Walmart, buy a ton of popsicles, and be the house that the kids come over and eat popsicles. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I love being a house where all of the kids can come over and play. I had a friend come over last night and we did breakfast for dinner, and the kids played so well together. And that 4 hours that usually feels like forever went by in a flash because they were playing with each other. I had a friend. We cooked together. We cleaned up together. The kids played together. We did bath time together.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just a fun afternoon.
And you have your friend there too. And I will say, gosh, when ours were little in Virginia, nobody had, in Virginia, they didn't have community pools or neighborhood pools or anything like that. There was the YMCA and then there was one country club, and we didn't belong to either. So I would get just a kiddie pool whenever y'all were little and put it in the backyard, fill it up with water, fresh water every day. And y'all had so much fun just playing in that kiddie pool.
Oh, yeah.
I would get your dishes out, the little play dishes and the teapots and the cups. And you and Kelsey would just sit there and play and play and play. That took up a lot of time. Yeah. So
we were literally in unison for that one.
We were. That's
I love
true.
That. My suggestion is be the friend that invites everybody over.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because if you're saying I'm bored with my kid, my kids are bored, so are your friends.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Truly.
If they're not in school, you look at your classroom at school, at church, and be like, hey, do you want to see if a friend at church wants to come over someday this week? Don't be afraid to invite people over because that's a big deal. And honestly, they will come up with their games by themselves.
Yeah.
You could also make popsicles. That's really fun. What are some other things? Go to your local library, look up your activities there. The 8-year-old, 8 and 5, I think that's 8, 6, and 3. A lot of the times the libraries will have different activities throughout the week for all ages. You can just go check out books. You can have a reading camp. There's a lot of things you can do at the library, which is a lot of fun.
Free stuff around.
If you have an outdoor shopping center, we have the Avalon and the Halcyon, they always have kids clubs. So always look into those things. I'm all about the free activities. They're out there. You can also go to a nature center and something I was learning, I figured out that there's this one nature center that you can go in. It's a free indoor sensory play for the kids. I don't know where it is. I think it's in Gwinnett, but I'm we might go there this summer. Also, one of my really awesome friends told me that if you rent the Atlanta Zoo DVD at the library, you get 4 free zoo passes.
What?
Yes, apparently this is a thing. If it's not, don't come at me because I've never done it, but apparently it is a thing. You can go to your local library and rent like the Atlanta Zoo DVD and you get 4 passes for free to the zoo.
That's cool.
So,
by the way, Emily, no Birds on a Wire moms are going to be coming at you.
Okay, good.
Because this is a safe environment.
Well, good. I've never done it. She says it
You're like,
works.
Don't
and she
come at
did
me,
it.
bro.
So, if you have family close by, I mean, I think the cousins play together all the time.
Well, and the other thing, I was just sitting here thinking, if your parents live close by, send the kids over to the grandparents' house to let them spend the night with them, you know.
You hear it first.
I used to go all the time to my grandmother's house and loved it.
Yes.
Loved it. I mean, and I would do vacation Bible school at her church, and then I would do it at my church. So this mom says one vacation Bible school, but heck, you don't have to attend the church to go to vacation Bible school. It's open to everyone.
Oh, I have another idea.
Yeah, what is it?
So Hobby Lobby always has like 40 to 50% off of their crafts depending on the week. So if they're not on sale, wait and go the next week.
Hobby Lobby's a good one.
I went with Grayson the other day and I loaded up on so many crafts. But then also I got Grayson like this little derby car and it was $4. I was like, yes.
And he was so excited. He showed it to me.
He was so happy. So I'm going to paint it with him and then Brian's going to build it with him. So you can do a lot of fun things with a little bit of money.
Yeah, that's right.
So I feel like those are some good
Those are great
suggestions.
ideas. Love it, love it.
So
all right, moving on.
All right. Question 3. What are your thoughts on summer jobs for teens? My son is 15 and I feel like I want him to get a job so he can save up for car expenses, but I don't really hear any of my friends or his friends talking about working or looking for jobs this summer. Do teenagers still get jobs these days?
Yes, they sure should. I'm a big advocate for your teens working.
Yeah.
Big advocate. And I'll tell you why. I think it grows their maturity. I think it makes them responsible and it also gives them ownership. And it's also some other authority figure in their life speaking into them. And that's a good thing. Not always you telling them to do everything. And with y'all had to earn money before you hit 16 because we made our kids give us $1,000 for the use, wasn't even their car, the use of one of our cars. And is that right?
Yeah, and it wasn't a nice car.
Oh, it was not a nice car.
But you know what?
No.
We were happy to drive it.
That's right.
Because it was that or nothing.
Taylor affectionately named it the POS, and we'll let y'all figure out what that was.
I think they can do it.
You think they think they're smart enough?
Yep.
I was like, Taylor, that's not very nice. He goes, well, Mom, that's what it is.
It would go 55 and it would shake, but it's fine.
It's okay. Don't get your child a new car because they can't appreciate it and they're going to damage it. But anyways, yes, I think working is a good idea. I mean, you know, if he can't get a job in retail stores or whatever because he's 15, he can cut grass. They can do projects around the neighborhood for people, like handy stuff. But I think you can. Heck, I worked when I was 15.
Yeah.
I got a worker's permit. I don't know if you still have to do that or not. But
I don't think so.
No.
Okay.
Emily's looking at me like, no.
But I mean, honestly, I never had a retail or fast food.
You worked at the church.
I worked at the church, but also I babysit my butt off.
Yes,
I babysat all the time.
But boys, it's hard for them to babysit. But they can cut grass. Taylor cut many a yard, starting at like 12, 13.
Chick-fil-A. You can work at Chick-fil-A.
Yeah. So get a job. Get them out there. Get them working. I think it's a great idea. That's what I got to say about that.
And I think we were talking about summer jobs. We were talking about jobs the other day in teenagers. And I said, I think having a job during high school kept me away from some trouble because I was like, I'm working. I can't, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I was going to say, it gives them something to do.
Yeah.
And it takes up a lot of their time.
So they're not always just like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
I don't know. So, yeah. Okay.
Keeps them occupied.
Well, Mom, this is our last question.
What?
Well, just like summer, it's going to go by fast.
That's right.
It's going to go by in a blur. So, all right, question 4. My kids are in that in-between age, too old for day camps, too young or immature for a job, or to use their summer days productively without me helping them figuring out a routine. They are 11 and 13. Besides a week of vacation, I don't have any plans right now. I work from home, so I need about 3 to 4 hours of work in a day to
Do that last sentence again.
I work from home, so I need to be able to get 3 to 4 hours of work in a day with them at home. Help!
All right. Well, I think you are going to have to help them set up a routine.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a little much for them to come up with their own routine, but I think you help them set it up. I tell them everybody's working in the morning. I'm working and you're working. And I'd give them a list of chores. Like we talked about earlier, I'd let them sleep in a little bit. And then once they wake up, they have to do these chores. And then by lunch, everybody takes a break. So, Mom, you may have to get up earlier to get your 3 to 4 hours in, like Emily said. That's what I used to do. Like I would get up early, start working right away, and then get in my time. And then once y'all got up and started working on y'all's chores and all that, then at lunch, from then on, we'd have the rest of the day off. So, but I think you need to also ask the school, what is there reading suggestions for the summer? Go to the library, get them some books, and just give them something productive to do. But I would just say we all have to work. It is your summer vacation, so you're not going to have to be dialed in all the time. But I want you to be productive as much as possible. So you can give me half a day every day, but also let them sleep in. That'll take up a little bit of the time. But I think a 13-year-old, if it's a boy, could start mowing grass. And I also think a 13-year-old little girl could be babysitting.
Mm-hmm. Even if it's a mommy's helper.
I was going to say, a lot of times when Kelsey was this age, maybe, I don't know if she was older or younger, but I had a friend, Paula Clark, and her kids were little. And I told Paula, hey, could I drop Kelsey at your house and let her be your mommy's helper? I'm going to take Emily, Taylor, and Abby with me to church. That's where I was working. But Kelsey's, like this mom said, she's a little bit too old for the programs at church. She's a little bit too immature to be working. But I thought it would be good for Kelsey to be around another family and just helping out, serving, basically. And I told Paula, you don't have to pay her, but I want her to be, because Paula was such a sweet person.
She really
And
is.
I wanted that influence to be around Kelsey. So I said, I'm volunteering Kelsey to you. And at first Kelsey was like, you can't do that. You can't make me go do this. And I was like, oh yeah, I can, because I'm your mom and I can do this. But then Kelsey just fell in love with Paula and she loved going. Mm-hmm. She loved playing with Lainey and Bennett. And you know what I'm saying? And she was such a help for Paula, and Paula loved it. So yeah.
So fun.
They're not too young to do anything. You can have them do some stuff.
Yeah. Well, all right, moms, that's it for us today. I hope that you got some new ideas for the summer of how to have a great, peaceful summer with a little bit of structure, but not hearing I'm bored all the time. Don't forget, you are not, what did you say? You're not the cruise director?
You're not the cruise director for their lives.
Yep, they can figure it out. When this gets aired, if you have ideas that you're like, man, I wish they would have said this so other moms can tell us, comment and let us know, whether it's on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, whatever way you're posting. If it's on Instagram and you're like, oh, this is a fun idea, let us know. We're a community for moms to help and encourage and equip moms, and we can't do it without you. So your ideas need to be shared. So let us know what great ideas you have for this summer. And we will see you guys next week. Bye.